Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Alexis, your favorite astrologer, where we utilize astrology to look at world events, pop culture, and our own self. Okay. I'm working on my intro, so not too much on it, but y'all, I hope y'all are having a great week. A great week to y'all. Start of the week. It's Tuesday for me right now. I just got off work, so I'm just like, oh my God. But let's get into this. Let's get into my sister. Actually, my auntie. That's auntie. That's auntie. That's auntie. Auntie Tabitha Brown. I wish I could put some applause. Whoa. Okay. Y'all, my auntie is in hot water. Oh, before I get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what y'all think of the video. And of course, if you want your own reading, make sure you click the link in my bio, in my description. We have a sale going on for Valentine's Day for you and your boo, you and your bae, or if you want a little limerence, you and your ex. Okay, so you gotta look at the synastry that y'all had together to see what went wrong, what could go right, and yeah. Like support small business, y'all. Stop. Like stop. Support my small business. Okay. But yes, that's it, y'all. But yeah, my Auntie Tab has been in hot water after the decision from Target to put out a statement stating that they will be rolling back their DEI initiatives. And y'all, just let me just say this: DEI is not synonymous with Black, right? I know that Target was experiencing a lot of pushback from right wing campaigns and right wing think tanks that want them to get rid of woke policies, right? And DEI is meant to include training and employment development for disenfranchised individuals. That includes veterans, right? That includes women. That includes women with children, right? That includes those who, suffer from neurological differences, right? That is for differences in gender, differences in class, in race. Implementing these strategies not only emboldens employees to feel safe within their work environment because they know they have more support when it comes to mitigating discrimination towards them based off of their sex, race, and orientation, right? The things that are in the Constitution that are supposed to protect us as individuals. But now we are in the midst of an administration that wants to eradicate these type of social services and social safety nets that will directly affect those disenfranchised folks, especially Black and brown folks. And this came at a very big surprise because Target is one of those companies that claims, right? They make their bread and butter off of the Black brands that they host, right? When you walk into Target, it's like there's a whole host of representation within their products, right? But then you have to realize that these are corporations, y'all. These are corporations. The corporation's main incentive, their main goal is to make a profit, right? And Target saw, hey, there's a big market that is not being catered to. Why don't we sell these fucking expensive ass candles that says you got it, girl, to these Black girls that don't need them, that can make their own candles, but because it's like, oh, everyone wants representation. Representation is marketable, right? It's profitable. And Target saw that. They were like, oh, let's get these bitches coming in, get them, bitch, walk in, get you a Starbucks, walk over there, turn to the left, go to that Ulta. Y'all, when I seen that Ulta, I'm getting passionate, y'all. Like, hold on. When I seen that Ulta was up in that motherfucking Target, I said, oh, y'all greedy. Y'all are greedy. Y'all greedy as fuck. And it's like, I'm not the biggest Target. I'm not the biggest Target consumer. I'm not gonna lie. I like to indulge in a Target here and there, but it's just so expensive. It's so expensive. Like when I be walking in, I be like, why the fuck are y'all buying groceries here? Y'all know y'all should not be buying no damn groceries here. Y'all need to take your ass over to the Kroger, right? Take your ass to the motherfucking Aldi, to the Food Lion, right? to the Food for Less and go get y'all groceries. Cause I mean, if you bougie, go to not even Whole Foods now. Nothing is safe. Nothing is like it's nothing sacred. It's nothing sacred. Beyonce, if you really want to make some money, open a grocery store. Open a grocery store and call that bitch sacred or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like there's always been an attack on black and brown individuals. There's always been an attack on, those in the queer community. But now it's just like, damn, like, damn. It's like, even with the rolling back of DEI, it's just like, first of all, I have an unpopular opinion. I think that DEI, while in its inception, did do a lot of good. It did do a lot of promotion of very, very important issues, taking in women leadership, right? Taking in people with unconventional education backgrounds, not letting their past determine their ability to advance in their career, right? But it always just gave like, oh my God, it always just gave like marking off a quota, but now it's like they make so much money that they're like, okay, let's really invest in this. And this came at, it was really, honestly, corporation, everything aside, it just sucks. It sucks when something where you find joy just turns around and spits in your face. And hey, that's capitalism, right? Like once they got what they need from you, they turn around and spit you out. They use you up, and then they discard you when they feel like you're no longer useful. I mean, like we black people, we've reinvented Target, right? Like Target. Nobody was saying Target before us. Like we made, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like featuring Issa Rae's wine in y'all store, and you want to roll back DEI? Bet, bro. Bet. 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 Like it's a bet. Like cool. I'm not about to be up in that bitch. And a lot of people are having the same resentment, right? They're having the same sentiment, and they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna boycott Target." And then Tabitha Brown came out and was like, "Hey, because she has a cooking set, cooking line deal with Target. She has a cooking line, and she has like several cookbooks that she's done, and she has her hair care line there, Donna's Hair." And she said, "Hey, wait a second. If y'all boycott Target, it's going to affect us. It's going to affect those Black owned businesses that are in Target," right? And people looked at that like she was being dense, she was being obtuse. People were dragging her. I see someone, they were like, "Oh, I never liked her anyway. Her and that fake afro and her fake ass husband, her fake cop husband." I said, "Whoa." Jamal. What? I was like, okay. And listen. I understand the sentiment, because it's like people looked at that response and they said, "Hey, that's not the right time." But she is completely valid in her feelings. She's completely valid in her response to the rolling back of DEI, because when you think of Target, what do you think of? You think of Tabitha Brown. She had this huge announcement, right? This colossal brand deal, the influencer of the influencers, right? Like the black Martha Stewart having her own cooking line, cookbooks. Like I remember I was in Target and I was literally about to go pick up some Tabitha Brown shit for my mama in my apartment. But my mom was like, "Oh, I don't need anything." At the time, I was like, "Girl, I'm gonna get my stuff. I'm definitely gonna get my stuff." But now I'm like, "Damn, I gotta get it from the website. I gotta get it from the website, cause yeah, shit." And it's just like, it sucks. It really sucks. It really sucks. Hey, we're at late stage capitalism. They showing they ass, and unfortunately, Tabitha, well, we're going to get into that with the reading. Okay. We're going to get into that with the reading. And so I'm not here to bash her. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm very biased. I love Tabitha. Like, I remember when she first stepped on the scene when I was trying to go vegan, and I just love her. She has a special place in my heart. I don't know her personally, right? Because with social media, in the access that you can get to these people's personal lives. It's like this parasocial relationship is getting uh it's emboldened nowadays. But I mean, I really like Auntie, and we're gonna get into her story. Like, we're gonna get into everything. But yes, okay. So Tabitha Brown is a health guru, and she suffered with chronic pain, and we'll get into that. But her story is just remarkable. She moved to LA for hopes of being an actress, right? And she hit the ground running. She was auditioning, she was trying to get these roles. And over some time, she just went back to her home in North Carolina or South Carolina, I don't know, in North Carolina. And, she worked at Macy's for a couple of years. And unfortunately, her mom passed. And I think that just kind of like lit a fire under her. So she moved back to LA with her husband. And she has just been doing the damn thing. She's out here. She's making making moves for herself. She has a beautiful family, and she's being able to monetize and leverage like her interest and her hobbies to make this colossal empire. And yeah, we love her. We love her. We love her. We love her. And the whole reason why she started, trying to incorporate these vegan dishes is because she was suffering with chronic pain. And her mother, she passed of ALS. So there's a deep knowledge and appreciation and dedication for health. And that's so interesting because we're gonna get back into that with the reading. But yes, let's move forward. So I hope y'all like this little spread that I did. I just wanted to make it more visually appealing. I want to do like, I don't know if I can zoom in a little bit tighter. Hopefully. If not, it's cool. We're just gonna do this thing. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. So she is an Aquarius sun. She has her sun conjoined to her Mercury and her Mars in Aquarius. She has her Venus in her Venus in Sag, like me. Me, my sister. Oh my god. Neptune in Sag, Uranus in Scorpio. She has her Pluto in Libra. She has her North Node in Virgo conjoined to Saturn. She has her Lilith in Leo and her Jupiter in Leo. She has a Taurus moon and a Taurus Chiron. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. And Tabitha, if you watch this one day, girl, send me that time of birth so we can really get into some things. Like, it'll just be private, like between you and I. Okay. Okay, so this is her chart. This is a snapshot of her chart, right? And all of the planets outside in the red, those are the transiting planets that they're in alignment during the time that the news came out. Okay. So what's so interesting is that, she's Aquarius sun ruled by Uranus and Saturn, and she has her Uranus in Scorpio, and her Saturn is in Virgo. Okay, so again, we'll all connect it. We'll all connect it. So, she has her sun conjoined to Mercury. This is somebody where it's like, and I see this a lot with entertainers. I see this a lot with like poets, singers, writers, like this influence of just Mercury conjoined to the sun, conjoined to their vitality. It's like almost like they can leverage their communication, like the way that they speak, the way that they think is very much tied into who they are, their identity, tied into what they are known for, right? Because it's the sun, right? The sun illuminates whatever energy it's in. So it's illuminating her Mercury, right? And she's known for like that, like she's just known for the cadence, she's known for the vernacular, she's known for the the movements that she does, and her style of tone, her stylistic tone, it's all very much heavily inclined to her brand and her brand identity. With Mars, she has her she she has her Mercury conjoined to Mars, like literally the same degree, 11th degree. I wonder if she be cussing people out behind the scenes. I don't blame you, Tabitha, because girl, I know, because Mars is aggression, right? Mars is, it's agitation, right? Mars is it's the planet of war, conjoined to Mercury. Like, maybe but it's in Aquarius, so I think that she could probably read you down, and she does. She does. She definitely does, like, read you down, but like in a very Aquarian way. Like, she reads you with her logic. She reads you with her thoughts and her ideas. Like, maybe she's not like a, um. I mean, it's opposite. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah, she might be someone that's good at cussing, but you know, she's saved. Okay, hallelujah. Um, and this would also just be someone that, Mars with that Mercury, that can be someone that's just, they're very, very dedicated, they're very motivated, right? Like, they're somebody that is just, they have like a strong willpower, strong mindset, like very, very, like, just very like initiator. They like to start change. They don't like to just wait, and they just, like, when they think about something, they're going to do it. Like, that's somebody that's just, they're not going to procrastinate. They want to be the go-getter. Like, that is somebody that is going to get the job done with that Mars conjoined to Mercury. But one thing that I've seen that I was just like, oh, okay. Tabitha Brown is having her inverse nodal return. Yes. Yes. What is an inverse nodal return, you ask? I'll tell you. An inverse nodal return is when you have the sign that is assigned to your north node that is currently in its south node, right? So let's say that, for her, the north node currently is in Pisces, but her south node is in Pisces. Do you understand? Okay. Okay. It's a nodal reversal. Everything is reverse. And with the nodes are very karmic placements, right? They're not planets, they're just points in our chart that can show where our soul is going to go into evolution, right? It's a pathway for our soul to express and to evolve in this lifetime, right? There's an analogy that, if you read about the nodes, it's kind of like the south node is the tail of the dragon, right? And the north node is the head. So, the north node, it ingests, it takes in, it takes all of the new lessons. It's newness, right? Newness is uncomfortable sometimes, right? It's a new energy. You have to use your head to face forward, to look in front of you, to see the future, to see the vision, to have tunnel vision, right? But the tail is just, it's falling behind, right? It's something that's there and you can utilize it to help you stay steady on that journey. But with the head, you have to use your head to see, to look forward into the new. So, with her having her nodal reversal, it's almost like her soul, there's an energy of like reflecting on the past so that you can move forward, right? Because nodal reversals happen at least every 9 years, right? I think she's like 45. So yeah, her next one will be in 9 years. And it's just this constant, like, you make this progress, and then your nodal reversal kind of feels like, I'm stuck. But you're not stuck. You're just in a moment of reflection. But reflection can almost feel like, oh my God, I just did so much things. And when you reflect, it's like, oh, I'm stuck in place. But no, you're not. You look to see how much progress you've made. And you analyze, like, is this really what I want to do? Do I want to go in this direction? Do I want to take this path forward? Like, I've been doing the thing, it's led me to this point, but do I want to keep continuing this thing? Does it feel good? Or is it just because I'm already in the motion to do it? This is a good time to stay in place and to say what is working and what's not working, what needs to change, and what needs to be left behind, right? Because it's a balancing act with our nodes. It's not about completely abandoning our south node. No, we needed our south node to allow us to show what's comfortable, what's innate with us, what are our innate gifts and talents and interests. But our north node is showing, hey, there's something else too. Just because you're good at this one thing doesn't mean you don't have to not try something else, not go on a different pathway, not start over, not start something new just because you're good at this one thing, right? That's the balancing act. You don't want to get stuck in the past, but you don't want to just completely ice out everything in your life and just continue to move forward and just forget about everything. You look back, you have nothing, right? It's the balancing act of trying to balance the past, the present, and the future. And with her, Tabitha, what's so interesting is a lot of the online craze that really brought people towards her was not just herself, her authenticity, but it was just her care for herself with the vegan diet because she was going through chronic pain. And where do we get chronic pain from? Right? A lot of the time it can be hereditary, it can be, genetic. It can also be environmental. It can be physical, right? Working so hard, you're stressing out. You're not eating the best. You're not in an environment where you can really thrive. And that takes real physical implications on our body. Our body is talking to us, "Hey, slow down. Stop being around that person. Stop eating that type of food." What kind of thoughts are you intaking? What is your mental diet? Because we have two minds, right? We have our brain and we have our gut. They're in constant communication. And if this one is out of whack, the other one is going to be out of whack. And if that one's out of whack, it's going to mess up you up here. Like, it's constant. It's mind, body, spirit. And she was going through chronic pain. And she said, no, I'm going to put a stop to this, right? I'm going to take an alternative route. I'm going to go into health and wellness. I'm going to service my body. I'm going to take care of my body. And I'm going to put online my love and my dedication and my new interests that I found because I care for myself. And look what she's been able to do. It's insane. Like, yo, I was reading this and I was trying not to get emotional. It's just like, it's crazy how God works. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how God works. And, with her South Node in Pisces, she has Saturn there. So, there could be some things that come up about the past. Venus is there. Relationship stuff coming up. But with the North Node reversal, with the nodal reversal, right? This is an opportunity to check in with yourself to see, hey, what should we do now? Right? And because she has that North Node in Virgo, it's a very sensitive South Node and North Node, right? Virgo is it's a controlled energy. It's, controlled chaos. It's neurotic. It wants things done in a very particular way. While Pisces is just kind of like going with the flow, like, I don't know, we'll see what it goes. But they both end up in the same goal with their desired outcome, but they just go about getting that desired outcome a little bit differently. But with Virgo, the dark side of Virgo is perfectionism, right? The dark side of Virgo is sickness. The dark side of Virgo is overworking yourself into sickness. And the dark side of Pisces is just like being too, too lax that you get into you're too lax, you have no cares, so then you lose your possessions, you lose all care, you're too unbound, you're too unearthed, you're just aimless, you're aimlessly walking and wandering through life. You don't have nothing is tethering you. But then Virgo, like the dark side of Virgo, is like, you're not letting go. You have a tight grip on this thing. You want it to go your way so that you start to, render yourself sick and you drive yourself crazy. It's two sides of the same crazy coin. But I love Virgos. I love Pisces. I got Pisces Mars. Virgo was in my 5th house. I love y'all. Well, I don't know if I love all y'all. I just love my ex. I'm just kidding, y'all. I think I've seen something that like Venus is about to station retrograde pretty soon. It's like in the shadow period. I'm just like, damn. I hate when Venus like retrogrades because I'd be like, I miss them. Damn. But that's the beauty. That's the beautiful thing about the Virgo axis with Pisces is that, Virgo is about control. It's about restriction. It's about holding on too tight. But then Pisces is about letting go and surrender and just let God, And for her, you know, with the south node that's going to be on her north node, there needs to be a balancing act of letting go. And I have a theory that we're going to get into. So put a pin in this really quick. So, with her moon in Taurus, right? That's a very solid, stable moon. It's exalted moon, right? This Venusian moon, like she's very grounded in her desire, her desire for material wealth, um, for good drink, for good food. I'm sure she's a beautiful host. Like even her energy is so warm and like it's just so motherly and nurturing, right? And she has her own children, but it's like she comes in like her persona is this like mothering, soulful southern woman that you just want to just like you just want to chill with her. You just want to hang out on the porch with her. She has that, solid energy about her where it's like it's not too it's not too rigid, but it's not too soft, but it's just like right in the middle. It's just like butter on cornbread. It's just like it's the best, right? But that Uranus is currently in Taurus right now, and Uranus is about to go direct on the 30th. So hopefully there could be like a situation that straightens itself out with, especially regarding this target situation. But that Uranus on her moon, it's been messing up that moon a little bit. It's been messing up her comfort in the home, right? Messing up some um emotional processings in the home, right? Because Uranus energy is the rebel. Uranus wants to do things in a different way. It's unconventional, it's non-traditional, right? It's going to trade school instead of going to college. It's traveling the world instead of settling down and having a family. Like it does its own thing, right? It's all about freedom. It's about being radical. It's about questioning what we've been told. And it's there's chaos, and chaos just in the sense of like it's unexpected, it's uncontrollable, it's unanticipated change, unexpected change. There's unexpected change in her emotional world, right? In her foundation. And for her, she's built this empire where she can not only retire her husband early, but take care of herself, take care of her kids, probably take care of her kids, right? And with Uranus there, it's shaking up that foundation. That's why she came on. She was like, y'all, wait. She said, wait, y'all, wait. She said, the boycott, though. She said, wait. Can y'all wait on the boycott? I'm not laughing at her. I'm just goofy. But that's a lot. That's she's fixed down. She's a fixed mommy. She don't want change. Right? Change is different. Taurus energy. If you know Taurus is, child, my daddy is a Taurus. Okay. Hold on. Look at my prop. Me after dealing with a Taurus, like, ooh, they stubborn, y'all. They be stubborn. I'm a Taurus rising, so I understand. They be stubborn. Sometimes Taurus energy is like they're not going to be moved until something crazy happens. And now they're like, okay, then I got to do something about it. But if Taurus energy, like it's consistent energy, consistent work, right? They're hard workers, they're lovable, they're charitable, they're fun, right? But they want to get things, they have a routine, they have they have like a rigid way of doing things how they see it, and they're not going to stray from that path until something boop pushes them away. Then now they have to be like, okay, right? And that change is shaking up that foundation. It's shaking up her home life. And her moon is ruled by Venus, and her Venus is in Sag. It could even make her question, like, God, why is this happening to me? I thought we were good. All these years that I spent slaving and paving my way to do this thing, and I got it. And now this, right? That's a harsh reality. It's a harsh truth. It's an ugly truth, right? That you're caught in the crosshairs of, being tied to a company you thought was with you, with your people, And I'm sure they were, right? But at the core root of it, at the end of the day, corporations are for themselves. They for themselves. But I mean, hey, she got a lot of leverage, right? Like this is a time where I think this is where she needs to re-strategize. Like, okay, what can I really do? Because this is for us, by us, you know, moving forward. How can we leverage this need right now? Because we see what's going on. We see the political climate, right? All um these initiatives that are getting rolled back, all these executive orders that are getting put in place. Like it's a really tense time. People like, okay, especially with Tabitha, it's like, I built all of this. You don't want to shake from, this beautiful big mansion in Los Angeles that you built for your family, right? You don't want to downsize. You're like, no, no. But it's that South node being like, hey, remember surrender, right? Don't get in that Virgo energy and hold on to dear life. Get into that Pisces energy and be like, hey, it'll work out. It's fine. I'm gonna go. And I'm not saying that she's not, but you understand, like, that's kind of the energy that is going to be most prevalent with her moving forward with this transit. Um yeah, and I'm just like, wait, sorry, looking at my notes. But I'm just like, y'all bashing her, which is like, you can't make everybody happy, right? Especially people that are like, oh, I never liked her. Why don't you like her? Talking about, oh, that fake Southern accent. I'm like, girl, it's social media. Everyone does a little bit, like, they play up to their own persona. Like, does she act like that all the time? Probably not. Do you hey y'all, no, not everyone acts like that. Can y'all please stop being dense and dumb? And I get that it's a very emotionally high time. It's emotion, like Uranus and Taurus, that's shaking up, our financial structures. So many people are out of a job right now. Unemployment rates are crazy, right? People are just looking like, what's going to happen to my foundation? And that's what she feels it too. Like, millionaires, billionaires, that people are like, oh, what, when I have $1 million, I'm gonna be good. When I have $1 billion, yeah, and then some shit like this happened, then what? Because you're still human at the end of the day. You're still human. And I mean, she's having her well, she just recently had it. Well, actually, no, her birthday's gonna come up. Her birthday's gonna come up. Happy early birthday. She's having her solar return. She's gonna have her Mercury return pretty soon. So there's like energy, there's emboldenment. Mercury is currently on her Mars. So that she wants to speak. She wants to speak about how she feels. And that might have come across a little bit insensitive, especially because it's it's trining Jupiter and Gemini. Come on now. Like, she put it out on the internet and got a little bit backlash. Jupiter expands. Jupiter on that Mars, it may not have been received the best. If I was her astrologer, I'd be like, wait, hold on, girl. Hold on. Don't say anything yet. But that's life. That's life. These are people's real lives and people's real emotions, right? Um Mercury is opposite her Jupiter, speaking about what she feels, speaking about but it's opposite. That there's a sense of speaking about what's going on online spaces that's affecting, her abundance, Jupiter, her creative spaces, Leo, ruled by the fifth house. Like, this is her baby. Like, her company, that's her baby. That's her, as much of the entity itself is controlled by Target. Um, this is her child. This is, what I'm saying? Like, this is her creation. This is her child, like her expounding, her being this, this mogul, this influencer. That in and of itself is like a child. And you're birthing these creations. And it's kind of like a mother instinct. You want to protect your young. You want to protect your seedling. So it's completely valid. She has her North Node conjoined to Saturn in Virgo. Interesting. Interesting. Her Saturn school is yeah, her Saturn in Virgo is squaring Jupiter and Gemini right now. A lot of like tension especially when it comes around to communication. Um, she's feeling the heat just like us. She's feeling the heat, but she's in the middle of it. And she's feeling like I gotta speak up for if I gotta speak up for me, I gotta defend me, right? She's feeling defensive. And people are like, oh, well, you don't know what's going on. You want to like people want to fight. These are people who have been poked and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked. It's interesting being on the other side after you have been building yourself up and building up your career and all these things. And now you're in this pressure cooker situation. It's like, what do you do? What do? You got to be for the people. You got to ride for the people, like the people been riding for you. And I think she just had a real moment, um, and expressed real feelings. And people just had their way with it. But Pluto is going to be on her sun. There's going to be a little bit of a deepening that Pluto takes on her identity and her vitality. I think that she might go through another. Um, I think she might have to. She's gonna definitely come out on the other side of this a little bit more emboldened. But people are like, open y'all wallets. Open y'all wallets. People are like, oh, I don't want to hear about no more talk. It's Pluto in Aquarius, y'all. It's Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius placements. Please, please, please get to the front. Neptune is squaring her Venus. Wait, is it Neptune? Sometimes I can't be seen. Yeah, Neptune squares her Venus right now. Mm. 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 And she already has Neptune conjoined to her Venus and Sag. Woo, child. I mean, when there's like Neptune and Venus interactions and it's harsh, there could be just like some illusionment about a partnership. And that could even look like her having some illusionment with Target. Her being like, oh yeah, they're on my side, they're for us. For them to be like, not no, we're not Blackie. Yeah. You gotta be for the people, Tab. You gotta be for the people. I'm not saying she's not, but there just has to be some, you Aquarius. There has to be another way to get to the people, to get across, get your message across, right? Get into your communities, do what you have to do fundraising, do community work, mutual aid funding, get outside, get into the field, and do it genuinely from your heart. Because, child. And did y'all know the last time that Uranus was in Aquarius was when the Social Security Act was enacted, right? And these social security programs to get unemployed people to work, getting disenfranchised people more opportunities. And now, we've seen all that roll back, especially with Uranus and Taurus retrograde, right? And Taurus rules over, it's like earthly possessions. It's our value. It's money, right? We can use our money to get things that we love. It's about the pleasures of life. And, her pleasures it's getting shaken a little bit. And she's like, oh, put my stuff down. Like you start messing with the Taurus stuff. That's when you really gonna see them fight. That's when you really gonna, she like, listen, bitches. Psh, listen. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I just wish we could like look at the houses to see exactly where everything is placing. Yeah, especially because she got moon opposite Uranus. Like this could even look like someone that came, like maybe had like an unconventional relationship with the mother. The mother was unconventional. Um, they're just like very independent people. They can be very independent when it comes to their emotions, wanting distance in relationships due to like previous trauma. And even she has that Chiron conjoined to Taurus. You know, Chiron is our wounded healer, right? And in a place like Taurus, that's our value system. It's values, it's monetary gain, it's, you know, our pleasures. Like there could even be like a wound around money, a wound of pleasure, lacking resources. So it's like when you come from an upbringing of lacking a sense of resource and you get the resource, you're not going to want to let that go, right? And y'all coming at me, y'all dragging me. Like, no. If I was Tab, I'd be like, listen. No, I'm just kidding. But like, y'all understand. We understand, y'all. We understand. And give Tab some slack. And I mean, Mars in Cancer is making a good aspect to that Uranus. So she just like, yo, it's a highly pressurized time right now. There's a lot going on. Give people grace. Give people grace. This is the time to zoom out before you make a comment, and you look and look at the bigger picture before you make a comment. Really contextualize everything that's going on, and then be like, okay, all right, we need to give each other grace, y'all. This is the time. We need radical compassion right now. Except y'all motherfuckers who voted that nigga in. Okay, y'all. Well, this is it for me. Please let me know if y'all like this. And yes, spam the comments. Make sure that y'all leave me any suggestions. All that would be great and be very, very helpful. And yeah, that's all I really have, y'all. I hope y'all are good because, gosh, it's crazy times. But yeah, that's it for me, you guys. I hope you have a great one and enjoy. Make sure you book my link down below for a personal reading. And see you next time. Bye, you guys.